Hello, I'm Reemerarius, 57, and today I decided just to go ahead and make a quick little update just in case I can't for the rest of the week. I started my little part-time job on the side. I'm a little tired today because I had to get up early for it, but I figured before I whoopsie-doo and slip off to sleep, I would give some kind of update. So the thing I started working on last week, I think I said it before, that I stopped working on the models because I wasn't sure if I liked the direction I was going with their clothes and how I was doing them. I think I'm going to keep everyone's face. I like everyone's face. I just don't know what I need to change something about the clothes. So I was also working on another idea. As you can see, I have sort of this border thing around on my own screen. And I did also have the idea because how it's broken up, essentially there are different areas of different sections inside. So I thought it would be nice to give sort of this unifying border to each area. And then the backgrounds will change depending on the section you're in. And there might be some special art moments, but I figured maybe that would make it a little easier on me if I just start with a unifying design and then each area has its own background. So when I say that, I was messing around with ideas, and this is one of the designs, and this blue background isn't going to be that, right? But just so we can see it, it's there for right now. It's not completely done because what I would like to do later is make a layer that breaks up the edge, because when you will actually see it, because I did a few tests with images, you'll have this border around it. Then in here, you'll see the text. The background, which is blue right now, is going to be whatever that section is. It's representing art. The thing is, some of my text is a little long, so this is not big enough. So what I'm going to have to do is make the bottom where it kind of dissolves away, as well as the area art or section art is going to have to do that. So all the art that's the background stuff, even the character stuff, I know the bottom of everything I'm gonna have to design some kind of dissolved, broken up kind of look, because the default background is black. So I wanted to feel like it fades into that. So if my words have to keep going, it's not this harsh break like this and then it goes to black. It'll blend a bit more into it, is my hopes and dreams and goals. And I'm thinking I'm also gonna have to do it on the sides as well. And I don't think the image when I was testing, I don't think it touched right at the top. So I'm essentially gonna have to do it all the way around. The character art is probably gonna sit in these corners. So our main character, Brioche, is gonna be on one side, and then on the other side is whoever you're talking to, right? So I know the bottom of their art is going to have to dissolve out. I don't think anything around them, unless I design someone who really just for some reason they just clip off the edge and they need to dissolve. But I think that's where we are right now. So just a peek where things are now, because I'm still fussing around. Looking back on this, I like the idea. I think I like the idea. There's some cleaning up I need to do because I'm seeing little artifacts. I don't know how well you can see this, but something I cut or erased didn't completely go away. We can take a peek at the other ones. Because I know, like, this one's not quite where I want it to be. It's like the idea of it, and I need to, like, fix it up. I think, because I like the idea of having clouds around the edge, and I have, like, the stamp in here that I was using to place them in to get an idea. I think what I want to do is design it differently, where maybe the clouds wrap around this pole and then it'll swoop up and come over and maybe crowd around the meteor a bit more. So this one has some redesigning stuff to do. Same with this, I decided I wanted to change this vine idea at the bottom. Because it's going to be so broken up anyway, I think I'd rather redraw them coming down this and coming out and then disappearing, possibly around up here too. The flowers, I don't know yet. Pardon. I was debating on if I wanted this border. I think I'm going to do something different because this is supposed to be loosely reminiscent of stained glass windows because of the theme of this area. And I thought, oh, the walls are going to have to be like stone or something. But I think what I might do is bring this down so I can design the top of this. And it's just gonna have to dissolve differently. I think I'm gonna have to break this up and bring it out more. So instead of seeing the wall that would be around the stained glass, bring this over a bit more. And then I think I need to cut this in half, essentially, which is gonna be so annoying because then I have to fix whatever break I make into it. But pardon. That's what I'm working on right now. We have the main areas. I'm gonna have to make one. I don't know why I didn't do that first. So that's the wrong thing. Just to remind myself, I'm gonna go ahead and put a photo in for it. We have like the woods themselves. Cause when you enter, and I need to decide if this is that. Because I also need, when you haven't gotten to this point in the story yet, there is, how do I want to refer to it? Because that route is, whoopsie, her going to like college related. Maybe I should just refer to it as a town. Because it also, we'll just say, we'll let that whole area share one. Alright. So essentially the start of the game, the woods. The only thing is that it's this like area and it's kind of small before you really get into the woods. But after you've left the town. So I think we'll refer to that because the big building there is something like a terminal. So get out of that. We'll refer to this as a terminal. Because it does have a few smaller sections inside of it, but they're really short. They're just like literally click it, read something, go back. So I need to design those. I wanted to get like the main areas you were going to be in. I wanted to get at least an idea for them down, and that's what I did. I got an idea for each of them down, and nothing's finalized. As you've heard me say, I need to fix some things, but that's the gist. And then I have to make those other areas. The town you probably won't see all too much. I wonder if I should put these in order from top to bottom. I guess so. Yeah, now they're in order from when you're probably going to run into it. And then I have to to decide what the like border for the dissolve, the blend is gonna look like. Because I'm debating, does each area have its own? Should I just have, because at this point it would be good to have like a unifying trait with all the art, and it could just be how the border looks. Because it's either I fade it out or I have some kind of design. And I've seen this before, but I don't know how to describe it. Like, imagine if you... Gosh, I wish I had something to reference. I mean, I guess I could just probably show you, so there's no confusion. So we had this. And if I'm correct, maybe this one. If I put any like a black, boop, it probably isn't the best one because I don't think these are solid. But if I put this over it, right, and then I do it lightly on the way, oopsie-doo, on the way in, you can change... Oh, why are you doing that? I'll have to fix that later. You can change, like, the blend mode to be erase, and that's what I would be doing. So that's the goal there. And it's just deciding what does that look like. Because it could easily be like a bunch of stars I draw in. That's hard to tell it's a star. But like, I could put a bunch of stars in, you know? So I need to decide what is a good unifying look and probably give them all that same blend edge. I don't know why I did it that way when I can click on this, press the delete button, and that'll clear it without deleting the layer. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to get to work back on this until like Thursday. Right now it's Tuesday. So I just wanted to do this in case I wasn't able to do it later. Silly me. I wonder what layer it's on then. There's something here, and I want to figure what layer this is on. This layer? Yeah. I'll have to go back through and like really clean up. Because somehow they're like these little wispy bits. And I'm not sure from what. Like what I was doing at the time that left it. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I don't think I'll be able to work on it again until Thursday afternoon. I might be able to get a little something in tomorrow, but I don't know. I might be able to try to plan these out tomorrow so I can at least have something to jump off of when I'm really able to get back into it. So that's what I've been up to, I guess. Like that's where I am right now. But I think, because originally I thought a lot of different things were going to have so many different backgrounds, but me being the only one working on this, my concern is if I sit down and think every single thing needs an image, I will either burn out and not finish it. I'll just keep pushing it back because there's so much to do and not finish it. If I look at it this way, right? So the borders themselves, there's at least 7 of them, unless I look at something and realize menu needs one. There's 8. Okay, that's fine. 8 is doable, which means technically I've done half. Menu gets its own border. I'll just do this all back up. Okay, so menu gets its own border. So No idea what that's gonna look like, but fine. So there's at least 4 other things I'm aware of that need to be designed. And these are the borders. And I think when I'm done with them, I'll put all these in another folder that just says border. So then I can do background and each section have a photo with its backgrounds. And I'll just have them all in the same thing. So when it comes to backgrounds, if I'm just giving, like I said, we have different areas. So essentially all of these are different areas. And they're gonna need different backgrounds for the sections in the area. So the first main area you come across, main area you come across in the woods is known as the sheltered soils. And it should be 4, 5, 6, I want to say. I feel like I can look real quick, because I have that noted in Twine. Because in Twine, I just have like placeholders for the sections. So if I go back and look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So the 6 images there, minimum. I think what I'm gonna do, at least for now, right? I think the goal would be to give each section their own art. If there are special moments that really need its own art, I will worry about that later. Because what I'm probably gonna have to do is when I go back to finish editing the text itself, I think I will make notes then if there's really scenes I want special art for, because that is a thing when it comes to visual novels. So I don't want to like just not do it. Bare minimum, each area would probably have 1, at least, right? It's my first time doing this. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself. So I'm just going to focus on what's here. And what I want to get done for this round of art is the borders and the backgrounds. And then I'll worry about special art later when I go back through and edit. So the first one's 6. I can probably, let me see if I can do basic math in my head. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 7 then. So that's 13. Who's up here? That's 21. So it should be 32 in total when it comes to background art. And that's just like the main, that's like in the forest, right? So there's 22 plus the forest background art itself. Not 22, but 32. So that's 33 when it comes to like the basic background art stuff in the forest. The menus will all probably be roughly the same background art. Cause I don't even know what it's gonna look like, to be honest with you. I'll figure that out. When it comes to like the main, so this one, if you don't go into the forest, there's a whole other thing you can kind of like go through. But on the way to the forest, are they all gonna have different backgrounds? Because like I said, this is terminal area, and there are like different rooms, which I'm thinking I think some of them are the same art with little variants in them. Goodness. Okay, I'm guessing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, this whole area maybe doesn't have to. I can just put the text up until you get here. But these are okay, those will probably, oh no, because those are 2 different Frit Frap and Doodads. I'm gonna estimate, because there's the class, the building. I'm gonna like a part of my brain says just count, right? I also don't know what the title page is gonna look like. But so down in the folder it says 33. That's 1, 2. There's a bus stop, so that's 3 there. There's actually getting to the place, going in that place. So that's already 5. That probably continues to be the same. That's probably a variant of another one. And then there's a different one at the end there. So there's at least 6 right there. There's at least something for the bus, so that's 7. When you get there, that's gonna have to be its own. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. I had a hunch it was about to. It's probably gonna be about 50, because that's 13. I feel like because you can go into these like counter spaces, which are technically the same, just on different sides, but they're gonna have slight variants to them. So I don't know if I should count things that are gonna be variants as separate, because earlier there is one variant, but that's like because it's at night, so I could just darken that. I don't have to add anything else to it. If I just count these separately, right, I was at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's what I thought. It's around 50. It's around 50 backgrounds for what is currently planned, and that's just the basic backgrounds. Oh, heavens. And then I have 8, which I have 4 left to plan, but I need to fix all the borders up. Okay, 53, I believe, if I counted correctly, isn't so bad. It's not the end of the world, because a few of the earlier ones that pop up are variants. And it's just adding or taking something away, or maybe changing the colors to something. So it's not the end of the world. I will have to go back and double check those areas to make sure whatever the difference is. Because, for example, like, you have the women's and men's restrooms. You do walk in them, but there's like, if I remember correctly, I think it might just be, I'm gonna have to double check when I look at it. Do I have the original? Because what is this? Yeah, I think I can just have that, and the only difference would be, what, urinals? Because inside a restroom, you're not gonna know if it's men or women's unless you see the urinals. So, yeah.